If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do it is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Fetty Wap gets arrested last night in Las Vegas, and T.I announces a new podcast named Expeditiously. Plus, T.I, Cardi B, and Chance the Rapper are hosting Netflix's first ever hip-hop competition. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, yo, this situation is crazy, right? Because apparently yesterday, or Saturday night, so early into Sunday morning, Fetty Wap was in Las Vegas at the MGM, I guess getting his car, waiting for his car, whatever the case may be, right? And then all of a sudden he starts scrapping with the valet dudes, right? Not just one of them either. It was like 3 of them that he was fighting with, right? I don't know why. Maybe they damaged something in his car, maybe they stole something, maybe they was taking too long, maybe he was off the molly, I don't know, right? Nobody knows. But the whole situation is that the cops weren't even like around or anything like that. So they actually put him under citizen's arrest, like the people that work at the hotel, which is crazy because that kind of tells me that Fetty Wap must have been like by himself, because how can somebody put you under citizen's arrest if I got like 2 big bodyguards behind? I ain't finna be, my bodyguards pushing them back and I'm hopping in my whip and I'm out of here, right? But anyway, so Fetty Wap had to wait there for the police to come. They came and arrested him. They just processed him really and let him go like right after that because he paid bail or whatever like that. He has another court date now in Las Vegas in October, and it's gonna be for like 3 misdemeanor accounts. I guess fighting the 3 dudes, right? Which is nothing. Even if he's found, they're probably gonna drop the charges, but even if they don't and he's found guilty, I mean, like, it's not like Fetty Wap gotta get a job at a bank or something like that. So I mean, he's cool with all of that, but it's just crazy, yo. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. So T.I announces a new podcast called Expeditiously, right? And this is cool, right? This is going to be on Apple Music. And a lot of OGs are doing podcasts now, which is dope because you really get to hear like the information and the stories and like accounts of what happened from somebody who was actually there or somebody that was like in the circle, right? So Queen Radio, Nicki Minaj, you got Lord Jamar with the You Know What I Mean Godcast. You got Joe Budden with his podcast. It's just called the Joe Budden Podcast. So you got Noriega with Drink Champs. So you have a lot of like OGs in the hip hop game coming out with their own podcast, and this is fire, right? And then T.I, to me, I guess for me, he would kind of remind me of like a Noriega, but in the South, right? So yeah, Noriega has Drink Champs, and he had Rick Ross on there, and he had Young Dolph on there, which was cool. Those are Southern rappers, but the really like dope interviews or like the really dope episodes of like Drink Champs are when he has like DMX on there, when he has Capone on there and Jada Kiss talking about old stories, when he has Fat Joe on there, Nas, you know what I'm saying? Because, Noriega could be like, yo, I remember when we was at that video shoot and blah, 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 you know what I mean? And all that stuff, right? And it's fire. So I think that, I hope that T.I would be doing that, the same thing, but like from the South, right? I want to see him have some dope legends on there, like Project Pat, Trick Daddy, get Andre 3000 on there, 8 Ball and MJG. Like, I want to see like that kind of interviews, you know what I'm saying, with T.I. And I think he'll have it, So in October, it's supposed to start, I think it's like October 9th or something like, oh no, it's supposed to start September 5th, actually, like in 3 days, right? And the first episode is gonna be with LL Cool J and Ice Cube on there, which is cool. LL is from here in New York, Ice Cube is from the West Coast, but I want to see like those Southern rappers on there, right? But anyway, so the funny thing about T.I calling his podcast Expeditiously though is that there's already another podcast out there called Expeditiously, right?
You got the shirt on right now, it says Expeditiously.
Oh yeah.
And the first thing I thought was T.I.
Okay, that was J-Hop, right? And he is an actor, and he was like actually a little kid, and he was in that movie Lean on Me when Morgan Freeman was like the principal or whatever, right? And he kind of was explaining to DJ Vlad, he was on Vlad TV, and keep in mind that he started calling his podcast Expeditiously like months and months ago, way before T.I started calling his podcast Expeditiously, right? And he says that the The reason why he calls it Expeditiously is because there was a really funny scene. Well, it wasn't funny at the time, but you know, he was on the roof, and I guess like his character was like smoking crack, and then Morgan Freeman like literally said, hey, if you want to kill yourself, you might as well do it expeditiously and jump off the roof. If you want to just smoke crack and kill yourself slowly, right? So that kind of stuck with J-Hop, and he thinks that it was a very popular scene in the movie, so he decides to call his podcast Expeditiously, right? But the whole thing is that he did start calling it Expeditiously right around the time that T.I came out and said to Kodak Black, you better fix that. Expeditiously, talking about, you know, disrespecting Lauren London and T.I and Nipsey Hussle, right? So right around that time is when J-Hop actually started his podcast and decided to name it that too. And I think he was influenced with the fact that, you know, the word expeditiously was going viral, and the fact that T.I had become a meme, and then he said, oh, wait a second, I am involved with that word expeditiously too on my side of things because of a movie. That's what I really think happened. But anyway, they did call their podcast Expeditiously before T.I called his podcast Expeditiously. So we're gonna have to see who's gonna win the war expeditiously. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Yo, this is dope, right? Because Chance the Rapper, T.I, and Cardi B, they're gonna be hosting like their first ever hip hop competition, right? And yeah, you know The Voice, sometimes they have like, you know, hip hop people there, right? Or rap, or one rapper there, right? The Four, they might have a rapper there, just one rapper though, but they're going against people who are like vocalists and singers and stuff like that, right? American Idol hardly has ever really any rappers, but they do have like singers as far as like R&B goes, right? But this is dope because this is like the first ever rap / hip hop competition where you have like 3 real rappers who are going to be the judge, right? T.I, Cardi B, and Chance the Rapper, right? And it's not going to be on network TV. It's not going to be like on Channel 5. It's not going to be on, you know, Channel 7 or whatever the case may be. This is going to be on Netflix, right? And the cool thing about it being on Netflix is they can say fuck, right? Which is going to be dope, okay? And then also you got people that really know about hip hop, right? Cardi B has a dope ear. T.I is a veteran in the game. Chance the Rapper, you know, he's a rapper, so no, I'm just fucking around, right? So, you know, it's actually really cool and dope, right? We'll see what happens, but this is gonna be fire, right? They're gonna have it in 3 different cities and 3 different locations. So 1 Miami, 1 Chicago, and 1 in New York, right? And so the show doesn't just stay in one spot. Like T.I, Chance, and Cardi B are gonna actually be moving around to these different locations and finding like the best hip hop artists in all these different spots, right? There's going to be ciphers. There's going to be, you know, who has the best video production. There's going to be songwriting competitions. There's going to be rap battles even. So it's going to be all of that. It's going to be like really hip hop, right? This is going to be dope. It starts in October and I'm looking forward to it, man. Let me know what y'all think about everything in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.